Hello everyone, I am Dr. Niti Chawla. I welcome you all in this lecture, and in this lecture I am going to discuss about some of the examples of one sample t-test. Okay, here is the example. You can see that the pulse rate of a man due to the effect of AMTAS 80-25 milligram on different days in a month were found to be these. Okay, discuss whether the mean pulse rate of the man in the month is 65 or not. Now, in that example, you can see that there is a sample is given to you, and that sample consisted of around 10 observations. Okay, and we have to compare the mean of that sample with the mean that is given to you. This is 65. Okay, we have to find out whether there is a significant difference is there between the means of this sample and the population mean. Okay, so this is an example of one sample t-test, and in this case you can see that level of significance is not given to you, so you have to consider it as 5% or 0.05. okay. No, so this is the one sample t-test, so you can determine the t value by using the formula sample mean minus population mean divided by standard error of difference between the means. Okay, and here the standard error of difference between the mean you can determine by using the formula standard deviation by square root n. Okay, now here standard you will calculate the standard deviation. Standard deviation is not given to you, so you have used that formula. अगर स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ना दी गई होती दी गई होती ऑलरेडी, तो आप यहाँ पर क्या यूज़ करते n-1, because the degrees of freedom is n-1 square root. Okay, now the standard deviation you can calculate by using this formula. Here in the data you can see that it's not easy to determine the mean. Okay, because the data is like 65, 66, 69 and all that. It will be easy to you to take the assumed mean. Okay, and if you take the assumed mean, then the formula for determination of standard deviation that can be used is this. Okay, I have discussed that formula from where that formula has been derived in my earlier lecture. So if you you can watch that video. Okay, now degrees of freedom is n-1, so n is the number of observations. Okay, degrees of freedom you can determine by this, and level of significance I have already told you that you have to take here 5% level of significance. Okay, now let's solve it. Now before you have to firstly set the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means population mean and sample mean both are 65. That means there is no significant difference is there between both the means, or we can say that sample mean is equal to 65. Okay, population mean is already given to us, that is 65. So null hypothesis means no change has been taken place, and sample mean is also 65. So we have taken this as null hypothesis. So our alternate hypothesis will be that sample mean is not equal to 65. Now let's test for our null hypothesis whether this null hypothesis is accepted or rejected. Okay, now in that we have to determine the mean. Now we have to solve out for standard deviation, and this is standard deviation. In that standard deviation formula, you can see that you require the value of summation of deviation square and summation of deviation. Okay, so these are the pulse rates of a man. Okay, now you have to take the assumed mean first. So here the assumed mean has been taken as 68. After taking that assumed mean you can take any of these values as assumed mean. Okay, so they have taken 68. After this you can determine the mean by using the formula a plus summation d by n. Okay, and here d has been determined x minus 68, x minus assumed mean. Okay, deviation you can determine by this formula, that is x minus assumed mean. X is the individual observation. Here individual observation is 66. Okay, 66 minus 68, so it will come minus 2. 65 minus 68 minus 3. In this way you can determine the deviations of all the observations, and then you have to take the summation of deviation. Okay, so you have determined the summation deviation. Now you have to determine the summation deviation square. Okay, so simply you have to take the square of all the deviations and take the sum of all these, then you will get the summation d square. Okay, now after putting, now you have determined this as well as this. Now, and you all know that there are 10 number of observations, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so here n is equal to 10. So after putting all these values, you will get standard deviation square is equal to 7.84. Okay, so you have determined here standard deviation square. Okay, now standard error of difference between means, this can be calculated by this formula. Okay, तो अगर यहाँ पर आप standard deviation so standard deviation square is 7.84. Okay, so standard deviation क्या हो जाएगी, square root 7.84. Okay, so they have written here square root 7.84. Okay, तो standard error of deviation between means कितना आया, 0.89. Now t value you can calculate, and t value can be calculated by this equation: sample mean minus population mean divided by standard error of difference between means. Okay, sample mean you have determined here by using this expression, that is assumed mean plus summation of deviation by number of observations. So it has come 67.5. So sample mean minus population mean divided by standard error of difference between mean. So you will get the t value. Okay, this is the calculated t value. Now the number of observations are 10. So you can determine the degrees of freedom as n minus 1, that is 9, and level of significance is 0.05. Okay, now let's see in the table. Here the table that is given is actually t distribution table is of two types, that is one-tailed table and two-tailed table. Here I have taken the one single-tailed table. Okay, so the difference between these two tables is that the value of level of significance that you have to see in the single-tailed table is suppose here the level of significance was 5%. Okay, So here you have to see in the 2.5%. दैट मीन्स अगर आप वन टेल्ड टेबल में अगर आप देख रहे हो तो आपको लेवल ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस हाफ करके उस रो में आपने देखना है. ओके, बिकॉज द लेवल यहाँ पर जो लेवल ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस होता है हाफ होता है एज कंपेयर टू इन द टू टेल्ड टेबल. ओके, सो हेयर आई विल सी इन द रो ऑफ 2.5%. okay, so this is the row of 2.5%. this is the level of significance. okay, अगर यहाँ पर मेरे पास टू टेल्ड टेबल होती देन मैं कहाँ पर देखती 5% में, बट वन टेल टेबल में ये वैल्यू हाफ हो जाती है. ओके, दैट मीन्स okay, so here at the 9 degrees of freedom at 2.5% the t value is 2.262. okay, so here you can see that 2.262 and calculated t value is 2.81 and tabulated t value is 2.262. so this is calculated t value is less as compared calculated t value is more as compared to the tabulated t value. so here null hypothesis is rejected. that means we cannot conclude that the sample mean is 65. okay, that means there is a significant difference is there between the population mean and the sample mean. okay, in this way you have to calculate. Now let's take one more example. In that example you can see that a random blood sample for the test of fasting sugar of 10 boys give the following data in detail. so this is the sample given to you. okay, and these are the 10 boys, so there are 10 observations. and do these data support the assumption of population mean? population mean is given to you. okay, so you have to determine the sample mean, you have to compare that mean with the population mean. so this is an example of one sample t-test. okay, now you have to also find the reasonable range in which most of the mean fasting sugar test of the samples of 10 boys lie. okay, ये मैं आपको थोड़ी देर में बताती हूँ. पहले we have to determine whether there is a significant difference is there between the population mean and the sample mean. Similarly, we have to use the same formulas, that is for calculation of t value, sample mean minus population mean by standard error of difference between mean. Standard error of difference between you can determine by standard deviation divided by square root of n. n is the number of observations. Here also the data is little bit complicated. You can see that 70, 120, 110. okay, here also that will be easy to assume the mean. so you have to take you can calculate the standard deviation by using this formula. okay, now, degrees of freedom is n minus 1. n is the number of observations, and level of significance again you have it is not given, so you can take it as 5%. okay, now let's solve it. now firstly you have to set the hypothesis. Null hypothesis means sample mean is equal to population mean, that is 100 milligram per deciliter. okay, and alternate hypothesis will be opposite of it. so here it is. Now assumed mean they have taken 90. Now assumed mean you can take any of these values and also that is near about to these values. okay, 90 is not there, but you can take it as also because this value is also near about these values. okay, they have taken here assumed mean as 90. okay, so after determining it, they have determined the deviation of all the observations from the 90. that is x minus 90. 70 minus 90, 120 minus 90, 110 minus 90. In this way they have determined the deviations of all the observations, and this is the summation of deviation. Okay, thereafter they have determined the square of summation of square of deviations. So firstly they have taken the square of all the deviations and then sum of all these, then this is they obtained this. Okay, mean can be calculated as assumed mean plus summation d by n. Okay, so mean is this. Now standard deviation can be calculated by this expression by simply putting the value of summation d square and summation d. This has calculated as this. Okay, so similarly standard error of deviation has been calculated, and t value can be calculated sample mean minus population mean. Sample mean कितना आया है 97.2. here you can see that sample mean कितना आया है हमारा 97.2. ओके, और population mean कितना था 100. तो ओके, by putting these values and this is standard error of mean, अगर हम इसको सोल्व करेंगे तो हमारे पास t वैल्यू ये आएगी. ओके, तो t वैल्यू हमारी नेगेटिव में भी आ सकती है. सो आफ्टर व्हेन इट कम्स इन नेगेटिव, तो आपको ये नेगेटिव साइन को ओमिट करना है and you have to consider it 0.621. okay, now degrees of freedom is 9 and similarly at 9 degrees of freedom अगर उसी टेबल में अगर हम लोग देखेंगे तो दिस इज वन टेल्ड टेबल. ओके, सो आपने क्या करना है 5% की बजाय आपने 2.5% की रो में देखना है. हेयर 9 डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम पे अगर आप देखोगे तो वैल्यू इज 2.262. ओके, सो now the calculated t value is less as compared to the tabulated value. Okay, so null hypothesis may be accepted here. Okay, so we can also say that the sample mean is also may also be considered as 100 milligram per deciliter. Okay, now one more thing you have to determine in this example is find a reasonable range in which most of the mean fasting sugar test of the samples of 10 boys lies. That means you have to determine the range. Okay, in which range most of the observations are there. Okay, to determine it, so here level of significance was 5%. okay, and you all know that level of confidence plus level of significance इन दोनों की वैल्यू क्या होती है 1. okay, तो that means 95% confidence limit is there. okay, now the mean that has come is 97.2 and tabulated value t value is 2.262. that means mean is mean varies, that means mean varies 97.2 प्लस माइनस 2.262. यानी कि ये एक रेंज हो सकती है मीन की वेरिएबिलिटी की, बट स्टैंडर्ड एरर ऑफ डिफरेंस बिटवीन मीन इज 4.51. that means there are chances of errors are also 4.51. so you have to multiply these chances of error with this mean. So there has come 10.20. so that this means this mean is variable up to the 10.20 range. okay, so you when you subtract this 10.20 from 97.2 you will get 87, and if you add this 10.20 into 97.2 then you will get this. so range in which most of the mean lies is 87, between 87 and 107.40. so in this way you can determine the range also. Okay, in the next lecture we will discuss some more examples based on one sample t-test. Okay, thank you.